Welcome to the Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I'm Gypsy Girl, here to do another lesson. Okay. I thank you for showing up and liking, subscribing, and sharing the clips. It is a lesson, so there's no comments. You take the lesson or you leave it, and passing it on makes me very grateful and helps to support my channel, get as many views as I can so that the collective energy starts to build, and you know, it gets to be more of a connection. The more lessons I put out, the more people listen, the more the energy picks up. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications so that you don't miss my lessons. And soon I'm gonna have out some more readings. That way, give you guys a little bit of diversity. You know, it's not just lessons. Lessons are good. Feeling kind of slow this morning. Let's see how this lesson goes. What's the lesson for the collective today? Thank you, Spirit. What's the lesson for the collective today? What do we need to know? It feels a little mixed up here. A little cumbersome. What is the lesson for today? Thank you, Spirit. Getting a little more comfy with this this new change in my life, doing tarot online. I'm having lots of fun, actually. It's relaxing. The world. Okay. It's Higher Arcana. Saturn. Saturn is present. Okay? I'm not going to go into astrology and you know, start getting really out there with this. I just started. Give me time. Eventually, deeper the reading, more information. Right now, we're just overall here. So this is a completion card. Okay, the 21, the world. In tarot, this is sort of like the end of the line. So the Fool is the beginning and the world is the end, and all that happens in between comes up to this card. This is where your just desserts come, you know, like Father, Time, Saturn here. He takes measures. He measures the time, how long it took, and we measure time in a different way. Okay, we go by minutes, seconds, hours. Time is, it's interchangeable. It's all the past, the present, and the future in one. Okay, so when we say something is in the past, it could be, yes, I mean, it's in our past, it's behind us, but it comes around again, becomes the present, and then it goes into the future. So without getting complicated, the time that it takes for us to go through cycles is where this card will show up and say you're at the end of a cycle. Okay, so the lesson in this card would be just that: getting to the end, getting to the point where you're on the podium and you're placed for second, third position, you're given your trophies according to your efforts. Okay? So this is the higher arcana. Again, it's out of our control, and we need to come to fruition is where this will take us. Okay? Coming to fruition. Something is coming to fruition in your life, and maybe you know about it and maybe you don't know about it. And the way to find out is the it could be the Tower card, it could be the Destiny card, it could be any card, but we'll see how this plays out with because this is the end. Okay, whatever is happening in your life, it is at the end. This is a cycle that is coming to completion. Knowing it is at the completion is probably where we're going to find the tool. Oh, okay. So the tool is the Four of Pentacles. Creating a... Okay. The Four of Pentacles is a card that representation is in, well, first of all, it's pentacles. Okay? And that's slow. That's earth. Okay? This is really slow as the suit of pentacles go. It measures slowly. Slow growth, so slow progress. Details, working on things that take time. Day in, day out jobs. You get up and go to work. It takes months before you can get a vacation. It takes time. This four is based on holding back. So it's as if we don't want the end to come. We don't want to finish something, or we don't want it to finish. Okay, we could look at it like that. Now it's just two cards. We're not basing a whole read or a whole lesson on the two cards, but this is the tool. So again, with time, because that was the first thing that got to me, measuring out time, the end, the time it takes to make things go around, come to fruition. And then we have the tool being the Four of Pentacles, where we want to hold back something from coming to fruition. That doesn't mean that that's what's happening. For some, it could just be that, where you feel that you are afraid to go further. It could be a relationship that you are not sure if you want to continue or to take it to the next level, and you're holding back. You're protecting your heart. You're protecting what you call valuable. Okay, this could be a working relationship for going up for a promotion. You're holding back from putting in the application because you're not sure if you really want to go that way. Because remember, we're going through a time where lots of change is happening. That eclipse that we just went through is still in effect. It's going to be in effect until the next eclipse comes up. And even then, it's going to couple in with that one. And then it's just going to be even more of a tumultuous time for some. And for others, it may just scathe by. And then for others again, it'll just be a quick decision. Everyone is different. But let's just see. So Spirit is giving us this tool here of slowing down, of moving slowly rather, doing processing. Okay, so protecting, feeling the need to protect something, your heart, your job, your reputation, if you're following as the lessons go. Okay? What Spirit is giving us is the Three of Swords. Yeah. It's a tough week. This is a betrayal of the heart. There's 3 people involved here. Usually 2 are on the same page, and then there's one that just comes in and says, I'm not having this. I'm gonna mix things up and mess it up for you guys. Could be a deal that's going on, because again, we started off with the Pentacles, and there's a person who wants to get more than the rest. Take it as it resonates, okay? But Spirit is giving us this, so we are understanding that there is a betrayal. We know that there is a heartbreak, if it is in a romantic level. There is a heartbreak that has already happened. See, this isn't just coming up now. This is Spirit saying, remember this. You were hurt. You hurt somebody. Which would make sense as to why something is being held back. Don't want to find out, or don't want to tell all, or don't want to tell at all. Or don't want to get hurt again because of a previous heartbreak. So if you're dealing with someone that you're just starting out with, and you've been hurt before, and you're not sure you want to get into a relationship because you really just want to focus on your job, and friends are pushing you into a relationship possibility, you know, blind dates and such, it's possible. Okay, you're backing out, or you've been wounded. And the memory is fresh. The memory is there because Spirit is making sure that you are aware. And the tool to tell or not to tell, to go forward or not to go forward, it's a decision that needs to be made. Either way, there will be a completion. Now, this card is a success card in general. So no matter which way it goes, it will be for your greater good. Because remember, this is what we receive, right? This is the trophy card. Did you get first, second, or third place kind of thing? But we don't want to look at it like that, because it's not a race. What this higher arcana projects to us as human beings is to evolve our soul so that we can go into bliss at the end when our soul goes back up into the ether. That we go through certain experiences here on earth according to the higher arcana. They're all lessons, especially when it comes from the higher arcana. But this lesson here depicts an ending. There is an ending. There is something coming to fruition that you have worked on, that your efforts, regardless if you sat and waited or if you got up and did something, whatever you've given in this cycle, again with Saturn, it's 30 years. Okay, so in the past 30 years, if you're in that time where you've done something for 30 years, if you're only in a cycle of a 10 or an 18 year, completion is still yours. But regardless of, the payout comes from Saturn. Okay, if you're in a Saturn, sorry, the cycle of Jupiter, okay, that's a 12-year cycle. So if you've gone through, and this is your 12th year, then Jupiter coming around now is going to pay out something. This is really reflecting Saturn, okay? The World card. But I don't want to chop it up and say it's not Jupiter, it's not Pluto, it's not, no. The World card in general is where you receive for your deeds. That's why Saturn is chosen for this, because Saturn takes that time to hand it out, good and bad. It's not one planet is better than the other or gives more than, no. It is the structure of the universe. And that's a little deeper, but we're not going to go into all of that. It's just so that it's clear that our deeds that we commit upon other people, ourselves, to the world, Mother Nature, animals even, okay? That is what we're going to be accounted for. And here with the Tool, I keep getting that message of holding back. Like we don't want to. We're not sure because we've been hurt. We don't want to end something. We don't want to go that way. And that's the test, is doing it, going forward, putting an end to something because you understand, you have learned. When this card comes in as a what Spirit is doing, I keep reminding the collective of that Spirit is giving us this insight. This is like knowing the reasons why we're holding back. And the test is to dissolve that fear, if there is fear. Dissolve the heartbreak, that hurt, heal. Because when this card shows up in a reading, it's already happened. It's not about to happen. You've been hurt. And you know it. And you remember who did it. Or maybe you are the one that has hurt someone. And you're holding back on apologizing, because that could be it too. Oh, the gift. It's a party. The Three of Cups. Okay. Maybe not. Because there's a 3 and a 3, but there is balance here. Okay. There is balance here. And the gift in this deck, this card talks about taking what you know, what you've learned, moving on, going on that journey, taking it out from your that place where you're holding safe, you're stepping out of the box. You're taking an adventure, whereas here it says you're holding back. Here it says, no, you're going to go on a trip. We're going to go on a party. We're going out. We're going on a date. Maybe we're going to go look for a date. Let's find you a new partner. That's the gift. To go on an adventure. Go and have a good time. It's a party with your friends, to get out of the heartbreak. To not hold back and to let things end. And that seems to be the feel, because at the bottom of the deck, and it's opening up for me, but we'll wait a bit. The theme here, this 4, again, we have another 4. So we're sort of like balancing with the 4s and the 3s, and That brings us back to 7 and 7. And 7's a difficult. So we're not going to sugarcoat this, okay? With everything that is happening, Spirit is with a fine-tooth comb, because that's what Saturn does. He checks every drop of sweat that you put into what you do. If you break a sweat. If you don't, then it's all the love. If it's not the love, then it's the affiliation to whatever. If you're in a group, if you're working hard, you're counting your money, or you're trying to save, because that's all related here. It's everything. You see this 4 here? It's love and money, because you protect what you love, and if you love your money, you're protecting it. See, he's not messing around here. He's ready. He's ready to go. But still, I get lies and deceit coming up because of this card. Now, yesterday was a pretty heavy lesson in itself there. Not going to tell you go look, because it's coming around again in a different form. There is betrayal. There is secrecy. There is fear, the anxiety of opening up to a betrayal. Maybe you don't want to tell of a betrayal that was done, or maybe you know of one that's coming, and you're hiding out because you don't want to see that ending come. You take it as it resonates. But there will be an end. And no matter how you sit down and avoid that end that's coming because of this information that you are very well aware of, the end will just take a little longer to come. There it is, going around and around in the mind. Now, when we look at these swords here together, see, there's the healing, there's the temperance. When we look at these swords here together, and there's another sword, the truth. This creates a doorway. The pain and the suffering and the thinking, the constant thinking of it, will bring you to going off and, trusting. Just trust that it's going to get better no matter what happens. I mean, it has to end. If it has to end, it has to end. This card we had the other day, and I went pretty much into the details of this serpent is a healing serpent. This is where all the regrets starting to resonate, like, this person did that to me, and this one did that to me, and I did that and that, and I don't want, and I don't want to be in love anymore. I don't want, all of you are the same. I don't want that anymore. You're hurt. I've been hurt so many times that I don't want this anymore. That's where this is coming into, and you're holding back from going out to another relationship. But then it's because of your suffering. The spirit is now saying, you're gonna get something good. But you need to be brave enough to take that step and sail out and just, have a good time. Relax a little bit. There's a lot of relax coming up, Let it go. We don't want to let it go. This is I want something different, and I don't want. We're going into the I don't want, I don't want this anymore, and I don't want to let go. We need to sit back, and we need to remember what happened. Going over the details Now, going over the details is the Eight of Coins, right? We had that. Now we're back into the Eight of Swords. This is going over everything that ever hurt you and put you into a state of confusion. Because that is what happens when these two cards come up together. Okay? I don't want this anymore. And here are all the reasons why. Now, it's a choice. Sevens give us that change that we make happen. That turning of a corner is not easy. But if you remember how it was before the betrayal, and you accept and you change because this card here, you get to change your mind. It's not just going around and around and around and around. The fact that the Temperance card comes up right after is Spirit helping us to make sense of what we don't want, like we had in previous lessons, what we don't want, the reasons why we don't want it, and accepting that it can change and it will change. This is a higher arcana, the 14 here. This Temperance, because I said the word temperance yesterday. It's not that I want you to go there and listen. No, not that. But it's coming in. Like I said, Spirit spoon feeds us, gives us a little bit at a time. The clarity comes from going through the confusion of why we don't want. And that brings us to the end, because we will be able to let go. The tool becomes the letting go, because what I had said was that we don't want to let go. But thinking it out, coming to peace of mind, because that's what this Temperance is, when we just go it over, the betrayal, and we remember who we are with the love. You see this 3 here? Support, friends. Look for that support. That's what the gift is. And the gift is to get that support, to get to go out and have a good time, to take what you have experienced and turn it into a fun thing. The hurt will be healed. Spirit is giving us this understanding of the hurt so that we can heal. And this is not even us. This is Spirit healing it. Healing us, actually. Giving us the truth that we go looking for when we come to clips like mine. You want to understand why you're feeling the way you're feeling? And you go surfing on the net and you find a bunch of clips like this and you start piecing together your scenario and the messages that come. That kind of seeking will bring you the clarity. Okay? See how the goal is set here. The goal is set here with the arrow. You want to fix, you want to heal. There's something you want to heal. And the burden will come down. This is us putting down the burden, and our integrity will stay intact. See? And then we go back to being passionate again, because there's going to be love. Spirit takes away the things that hurt us after we've learned the lesson, and then replaces it with the good stuff. Because remember, this is a success card. What we're feeling and what we're experiencing and what we're remembering, okay, that comes into culmination. Work it through your circumstance. The tricks that I've given, where I say take a warm bath, relax, go into your intuition, really think about what you want, sit with yourself, and all of those things, it brings us to understanding and healing, and then moving on, because that's what this is. It's not just going out and having a good time, but it's being able to take what we've learned and take it outside of our comfort zone. And that's the success, to extend the love. Okay? Let's see what the oracle message. Thank you, Spirit. Just a reminder to be grateful, which I am, for liking and subscribing and hitting that notification bell. And if you are affected by the lessons or anything in particular that I may have said and you want further understanding, just send me an email. See the description box down below. What is the oracle message for today, for this lesson? Thank you, Spirit. What is the oracle message for this lesson? You know, we are moving into love and unconditional love, and marriages are happening, and even if you're alone and you're not with anybody, you're going through things that have happened in your life. Spirit is giving us all of the hurts on a level that we can digest them now, because they've happened. This is not just happening, this has happened. Okay, we're remembering. That's why we have this 8 here. We're going around and around and around with everything that ever hurt us, and we don't want that anymore. We want something more, and that's a good thing. What is the oracle message for this lesson? And we need to take that. We need to remember that the bad things happen so the good things will come. What is the oracle message? Oh, Handfastings is back. You know, it's funny because I was thinking about this card after I did that reading. Handfastings, the 17, represents the star, destiny. The poles pulse through all that I am. No hidden form is left untouched. I am willing, I am risking, for I yearn for unity spilled lustrously upon my lips. So we want to be in love. We're just a little afraid to get hurt. But Spirit will give us, those of us who are looking for love, because of what you've done before, you will be successful in love. You need to trust that. You need to trust in the prize that you will receive. Go back and remember how you were in love. And if you were on the side of love where you were giving and it was being taken and it was unfair and you didn't get equal give and take, well, Spirit is going to give us that. But you have to want it. You have to be open. The tool here is in not being open. It is to go and find reason with this. This and this need to work together. The tool and the understanding need to work together. This is like giving in measure. Be discerning. The bond here, you see, these girls are friends. And it could be a friend that betrayed you. Okay, think of it in your circumstance. These two are friends. These were good friends. These are good friends who support each other. They have a bond. They have an intuitive bond, this connection here. And they want to be in love. They want to share in love. And again, it's unconditional love to begin with, okay? And then you take that and you grow it into the different kinds of love. And this friendship, if you're alone and you don't feel you have any friends or all your friends are betraying you, then be friends with yourself or make new friends. But this is a friendship. that turns into love. So if you're worried and afraid, then put your boundaries and say, you know what? I want to take it slow. I don't want to get hurt. Be responsible. Be responsible. Take that. Take the I don't want this anymore and take it to the level of I will change what I want and I will work it in the way that I want it to produce a positive end. I don't want to be hurt. So now you know all the things that you don't want in your life. Think about what you do want. Because thinking about what you don't want will only bring you more of that. If you think about what you do want, then you open the door to get what you want. And if you give love and you are friendly and you are honest and you are willing and you are able to risk, because it's a risk in love every time, then putting it out there, going with a good time in mind will bring you a good time. It's not going to be easy. The Fire Festival. Yes. Okay. Just skip this one and go right to this guy. Yeah, I will. And look, flower crown too. Okay, I'll read it. Fire Festival. You see, where was I? You see here? 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, let's just put those two cards together for now. Fire Festival is number 11. Through flame and through song, there will rise a new dawn. Okay? Going through, it's funny, eh? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's okay. Just being technical here. Let's just put this here for now, okay? Through the flame and through song, there will rise a new dawn. It is going to be over. All of this thinking and remembering all the pain and the suffering that you've been through, use that as fuel, okay? You're doing the right thing by thinking. We're never going to argue that. You have to think it out, but you also have to feel it out. And when you think about what you don't want, and you say no more of that, I want this instead, make sure you bring in what you want, because you remove what you don't want by bringing in what you want. Okay? And holding it safely and dearly and protecting it and standing up for it will bring the just desserts. There is a lot of honesty that needs to happen before you get what you want. And it starts with the self. That self-talk. See this guy here? That's a lot of self-talk. I told you, this is deadly, this 8 of Swords here, for staying in confusion and confusing people in general. Because that's what it could be. You know, take it as it hits you. If people are talking to you in a relationship, regardless if it's work or if it's a romance, okay, a relationship, and you are being confused, you're being told one thing and then something else is happening, then you need to, flip things around. I don't want this. I want that instead. I refuse to go further, holding back, because you're confusing me. What are we? Are we together or are we not together? It's those kinds of things that go on here. And that's what's happening. I mean, it's a friendship. Is it a love thing? Are we friends or what are we doing? I mean, that's what I'm getting here. It's a lot of, I don't want this, I want that, It's like see how she's in a ritual here. Okay, she's in a ritual, and that's a thinking process. Working it through, going with the passion, working it through. And why I have this card up here is because this is the same. It comes to having everything, because that's what the cow represents. Okay, it's a 5 too. May the embrace of all that is nurturing you awaken in all that you are becoming. Maybe you are meant, take it as it resonates, to be alone for a while. Just for a while. If you really are holding back, you've been hurt, you're feeling confused, you don't want this anymore. Okay? Going out to a party may confirm that you just want friendship. And you want to end this cycle and start brand new as a friend. It's possible. Now, if you're asking for advice, I would say friendship. Start as friends. Because it will build into something. This cow here, this cow represents like everything that you need, everything that you could need, a house, a car, a job, a family, a home. It's like everything. It's everything. And it's not far. And then we have our friend Flower Crown who says, trust, believe. Things are coming around in your favor. You're having a hard time, it'll get better. So, I feel a little down. Maybe that's why. Because it's sadness and love. It's I don't know. I hope you see all the cards. I just want to bring them down a little more. It's a ceremony. It's a party. Go. Have fun. If you're invited out, yes, hold back on going all the way. Take that as it resonates. Be friendly. Be a little vulnerable, but remembering that what you've been through, that pain, and that suffering that you don't want anymore is going to come to an end. And you will get something good starting out the new cycle. Because it's a new cycle that's coming with this card. Okay? It's the end of all of this holding back and distrust and suspicion and betrayal and third party situations and cheating and same old, I don't want this anymore, it's day in day. That is coming to an end. This is finishing. What you're going to get is what you really deserve to get. And in most cases, it's what you want, because you put your mind to changing it. Changing what you want. You don't want this anymore. Well, you're going to get something good now. I thank you for showing up. Until our next lesson, love and light.